And now we got to talk about our money. How many people are doing what they need to do with their money?
Nobody.
Nobody. Everybody failed. So really? So January, people set these goals. I'm going to save money. I'm going to have more. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to do that. And now it's March, and people are already disappointed. They're already disappointed. But a young lady decided to make a whole nice book, Money Maximizer. So Max, you got your name on the book. The Money Success Planner. Tay, how are you?
I'm great. How are y'all?
We are wonderful. So March is about all things M, and money is one of the major M's. Like everybody needs that one. What made you do this book?
Well, I started the planner because of the need of people around us. A lot of us don't know how to save. A lot of us don't know how to manage money. A lot of us don't know how much we have in our bank account. And if a lot of you don't know, 58% of Americans don't have $400 saved in their bank account.
This is true.
And so if they needed help with anything, they would have to borrow the money, take out a title loan, which is the devil, or a payday loan, which is the devil. Mm-hmm. But a lot of that can be avoided if you actually sit down and take out the time to look at your money, look at your finances, and look at exactly what you have going on.
Perfect. So someone would say that you would have to be a financial expert yourself with a whole lot of money stacked up to even have the interest in writing this book. You got to practice what you preach. So is that a true story?
No, I don't think so. I think that somebody doesn't have to necessarily have a lot of money in order to get things done. They just have to understand money. You have to understand money. If you don't understand money, how can you actually make money? Because people can be born into wealth and still be broke.
Wow. All right then. In studio, what do you have? Tay has brought the book. You all have had an opportunity to thumb through and see some things. And this is a never go broke money success planner. So this book is not just a budget type situation where you have 12 sheets, one for each month, and you write down a couple things and boom, you're in the game. It's not that at all.
No.
That's about 200 pages.
Right. It's a 52. You have 52 weeks and you have monthly money.
Monthly money, more M's. With this monthly money, what happens?
You are able to set a budget, see what that budget is, see if you fall below or above budget, and see what can you do in order to make it different for the following month or for the actual month.
Let me tell you something. One of my issues is that I will get these paper bills, or either I know what I want. So I know what I have to pay, but then I see things that I like as well. And I have a sheet of paper that I write down the bill, the due date, the balance. I might do it, I might not. I might go buy something else. I might go eat out and spend way more than necessary. So then this budget that I've created means nothing. What's the most important thing that someone needs to manage their finances?
They have to have the mindset to actually want to change.
So basically you're saying that I don't have the mindset.
You may not. Everybody says what they want to do, but you have to actually do it. So everybody wants to be fit, everybody wants to be healthy, everybody wants to be wealthy, everybody wants to be rich, and everybody wants to have a 20-hour work week. But what are you going to do to actually make it happen?
Just got to start saving. Sad.
I noticed in the book that it's very detailed. It's like Wu said, it's not like a 12-page book. It's not like a 50-page book. It's very detailed. You go like month by month, year, quarters, all that different stuff. So is it somebody like me that's not really type A where it's going to lock in and come up with a lot of lists? It's like Wu said, I got a spreadsheet with when my bills due, the date is due, and I try to put as much on automatic bill pay so I don't have to worry about it as possible. But
I'm not doing that either.
Oh, okay.
I may not be there.
Well, that's to prevent me anyway. But is it important to have a book or have a planner like you have to kind of stay on track, or is it something that people can do to within themselves to stay on track and kind of stay organized and on top of things?
Well, they need the planner to stay on top of things. Because just say if you have a check every month, people get a check every month and they just spend. But what are they spending on? What are they actually doing with it? So in order to figure that out, you have to have a planner. This planner makes you think. It's not just, I'm going to write everything down and I may or may not do it. It makes you think about, well, you know what? Since I have to figure out what I want to earn this week, since I have to figure out what I want to spend this week, since I have to figure out what I want to save this week, this planner is actually giving you those numbers. It's helping you do it.
That's a very good point. I want to applaud you for this because as I'm looking through it, I like the way it has what you should get out of this, right? One thing that I think about is when it comes to what you just said, we get money and we spend money, right? It's like My mic like is going out. It's like we get money, we spend money. I think first and foremost, what if we understood why we do that? Because I was actually reading a book, and I'm gonna share a little piece of it with y'all real quick when it comes to money, especially in our community. Is I noticed that I read that when we started breaking off from slavery and started getting into our own communities, what would actually happen is that we started to, off of agriculture, off of cotton and all the stuff that we were good at, started saving and making a whole lot of money. But what used to happen is that you had these bullies that would come into town and just take money from us, right? Take money, keep going to our house and take things. So what we would do is we would spend our money before they can take it from us, and then turn it into stuff just for ourselves, because once they come in, they like, okay, well, I don't want the stuff you bought with it, I want the money, right? So this is a mindset that has been that kind of been set in for a long time. When I look at a book like this, I think this is a step in trying to reverse that particular process. But is there anything in here that could speak on prioritization? Because when I think about how I was when I was spending my money all crazy, is because of the fact that if I don't get in check what I value, you know what I'm saying, then it don't matter how much money I have sitting around, because what I value will always supersede what I have saved.
True.
And I think that has a lot to do with mindset. So in our community, we have a mindset of generational debt. My great-great-grandma was in debt. She was in debt. I'm in debt. So we don't want to change. And so the book can only guide you, but you have to want it for yourself. You have to want it for your family. You have to want it for your kids. When you see other communities, they help each other. They work with each other. They say, you know what? When my grandchild goes to school, they're not going to have to pay for anything. They're going to be fine. But with us, we like, well, we'll figure it out, and we're going to go to school and get $100,000 in debt and use a degree that we ain't never going to use. And so it really starts with mindset. A book can only guide you. You have to want it more than you want anything else. You have to say, you know what? I received my tax check, or I received this paycheck. What am I going to do with it? Am I going to put some of it back for savings so I don't have to worry about things in a couple of months? Or am I going to go out and buy a lemon? Or am I going to go out and give my money to Lil Ray Ray to flip it that you're not going to get back? Or am I going to do something for my kids, for my family that's going to make sense? And so until we as individuals decide to change our mindset, we're going to continue to have generational debt and not generational wealth.
I got a question.
Yes.
So this book, what economic status does this cater to? I mean, poor, middle class, you know. Let me say this. How much money do you have to have coming in for this to be effective or apply to you?
You have to have 1 cent.
Okay.
So
it's for any economic bracket.
It's for any economic bracket.
So what's your favorite section of the book?
My favorite section, I don't necessarily have a favorite section, but I think a really, really big part in it is the savings aspect of it. Because, once again, we don't have any money saved, we don't have any money in the bank, and we have to just depend on lump sums from here and there to actually get us through life. And so it is said that you have to invest. But how can you invest when you don't have any money? How can you invest when you don't know how to invest? How can you invest when all you have is $5? You have to learn how to split it all up. 25% here, 25% there, 25%. So your money can actually spread around. You need to have cash, you need to have investments, and you need to have savings. You need to have all those three in order to actually make your world go round, and actually to make your money work for you.
I like the fact that you said how much you need to start. You said a penny, because truth be told, we don't understand the value of a penny. You know what I'm saying? $1 is broken down into pennies. $100,000 is still broken down into dollars. It's still broken down to a penny. So it's like, if you understand that and you value that, then you're right. You can watch your money save up. It's people that got like $20,000-$30,000 sitting in the bank, but you know what they started with? $1. They said, all right, I'm gonna do something right with this dollar. Then I'm gonna do something with the next dollar. But I want to get into the investment part of it. I see right here on the page where we talk about stocks. That's what I'm into right now. That's where I'm trying to really go. How can you help somebody like me?
Get into that.
Yeah.
Stock is different. You have your penny stocks, and then you have the ones that go up. So stock is something that I tell people, do not put money into it if you're afraid to lose it. Only invest what you can afford to lose. So if you like, you know what? I got this extra $20 this month, and I'm gonna put it towards that. Put that extra $20 towards it, but don't put your last $20 and you like, oh Lord, if I don't make an extra $5 off the $20, I'm not gonna make it. You have, when it comes to investments, do what's best for you. Pick the money that helps you and that you won't be sad if you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for I just skimming through the book that I saw was the savings plan. I saw it's a savings plan for how to save $1,000 a year, how to save $6,000 a year, and was it
3,000 and
12,000?
12,000.
Yeah. So I think one of the biggest things I saw with that, it wasn't like a 52-week chart. It was broken up in quarters. So you had 13 weeks, 13 weeks, 13 weeks. So I'm looking at, you know, 200 for the $1,000 plan. Okay, so you're talking about $250 a quarter. $250 a quarter sound a lot easier in my mind than $1,000 in a year, because it's like, man, $1,000 in a year, that means I got to do this, that, and the third. But breaking it up into those small items and being able to break it down, I think, into smaller morsels that you can chew and be able to digest, as opposed to taking a big chunk.
So how is this one broken down?
Okay, so everything is actually broken down into quarters
Okay.
because people see stuff better in quarters. Most of the time, if they see it all at one time, they're like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. I don't know how to do this. But in the beginning, your goals are broken down into quarters, and the savings plans are broken down into quarters. When it comes to your earning, spending, and savings goals and limits, those are broken down into weeks so you can actually see them, week and daily.
Okay.
But if you see if somebody told, like he said, if somebody told you need to save $10,000 this year, you'd be like, I gotta save $10,000. But when it's broken down, you can actually see it better. You're like, well, shoot, all I gotta do is save $100 a week or $100 a month to actually make your goal.
You got to make $100 first. All right, so how can people see you and get the book and see the book and actually put themselves into money success? How can they get that?
They can go to my website. It's taylee.money. It's taylee.money, and they can click on the planner and order it. If you're in the Birmingham area, you can do pickup, or if not, you can get it delivered. It's really whatever's easiest for you. But the website is taylee.money.
Taylee.money. So thank you so much for stopping through and being vital, helping us get this March Madness off to a great start with our money. So this is a great way to kind of plan for your first vacation, because vacation time is coming up, it's warming up. It's a great way to get you through the holidays, because those will start rolling around before you know it. And then, like you mentioned, school, so like further planning.
Right.
So maximizing your money.
And in the book, you have personal finance goals, business finance goals, and personal finance goals.
Okay.
Spell Tay for
Tay, T-A-E?
T as in Tom, A as in Apple, E as in Edward, Lee, L-E-E, .money.
Taylee.money. Right here on Vital 95.7 Jams. Coming up, we're going to switch gears. Literally, we're going to switch gears and talk about our health. I heard that something about black women in their position to the equator or something like that. Was that what you told me?
Yep.
All right.
You betcha.
We're going to learn more about that in just a few moments right here on Vital 95.7 Jams. We'll be right back. Very good, everyone.
So can we order on the website? Okay, cool. Okay.
Never leave the house without packing the swag.
All right, so that's all your information that you need for this half. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in.